morning, my friends, and welcome to the FVD Morning Show. I am Jill JC Cameron, super excited to be your host this morning. I know that we have a lot of new folks. If you've not met me yet, I work in community life. And so get to do a lot of things with all of the sorts of celebrations and trips and lectures and movies, all of those fun items that we do here at FVD. So I'm pleased to be coming to your homes live this morning. So I'd like to start just by giving you a bit of overview about the weather. Today is going to be, we hope, a glorious day. We've got a low of 68, high of 82. I know that I'll be taking a walk with my family this evening. I hope you'll take advantage of that and do the same and get outside today. Unfortunately, it looks like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday we're gonna stay in about the same temperature range, but have some rain and some thunderstorms in there. We taught my kiddos that the thunderstorms are actually God bowling, not thinking that they would think that was really true. And so my kiddos say, I need to hide from God and bowling, and put their headphones on. And so I'm going to have to set them straight at some point when they start learning meteorology in school. But it looks like we're going to have a great day again come Friday. Beautiful sunshine between 64 and 79, so a little cooler. That's going to be great. Some highlights for the week. We have some fun things going on this week. So I think it's pretty special when we have residents talk to us about various things, and you have two of those opportunities this week. First, today, Laura Hill is going to be talking to us about how she makes her glorious stained glass at 1 o'clock in the Muirfield room. She's going to do a little bit of demonstrating, a little bit of talking. If you've not had an opportunity to see her work, it really is just exceptional, and you see it and wonder, how did she do that? This is your opportunity to find out. And then tomorrow, I believe it's 2 o'clock. I'm going to just double check. Yes, 2 o'clock tomorrow in the Muirfield room. Bonnie Darrow is going to be sharing some information with us about a pretty special book that she read. So the book is it's a nonfiction book about a unique NASA mission where they tried to create what the experience of humans living on Mars would be like. And they had some adventures along the way. And so she's going to be reviewing that book, Once Upon a Time I Lived on Mars, for us. And she's given this presentation before, and folks have had a blast. So I hope you'll come and support Bonnie. If you remember, we had a great time when she spoke with us several months ago about her old-fashioned roller organ. So that's going to be pretty neat. Wednesday, there is a mystery trip in the morning, and we have never done this for a mystery trip before, but we are going to breakfast, and there are still places on that trip. I hope that you will sign up to join me. It really is going to be fun. And then in the afternoon, we'll be recognizing our Friendship Village of Dublin scholarship recipients, which is also going to be pretty super. It's great to see our associates engaging in higher education and doing brilliant things and having an opportunity to celebrate them. So we'll be doing that Wednesday night. On Thursday, Bonnie Protz found a really interesting film for us to watch. It's the story of the Great Black Swamp, and it was made in Bowling Green, or by, I believe, BGSU News in Bowling Green, about the story of the Great Black Swamp. And it was made many years ago, but certainly the history of the Great Black Swamp has not changed. So we'll have an opportunity to hear about that history. On Friday, remember that trivia is canceled this week because we'll be showing a film, and the runtime is a little long. It's about 2 hours and 25 minutes. In the afternoon, we're showing Stillwater, which stars Matt Damon and is a bit of a departure from our traditional film genre. It's more of a thriller. So I think that might capture a bit of a different audience, but isn't that fun to try something new? So please join us for the movie on Friday. Our wellness team is working hard as always. This Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, they will be doing senior fit assessments. My understanding is that those are intended for our Riverstone, Ash Run, and Ash Run North residents. So please check this week in FVD, please check your newsletter to know where those locations are on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday afternoon. One last thing, I have a special guest for you this morning, and I'm really excited about that. But I want to tell you one more thing about this beautiful room that we are in. So this quilt was created by Padgett, and right now we are in the Friendship Village of Dublin Art Gallery, surrounded by her incredible work. What a brilliant place this is to get to celebrate a resident or an associate or an artist every month, and just the really beautiful things that they create. Padge has some really special things in here, and if you've haven't had an opportunity to walk through, I would really encourage you to do that. And I'll give you a little teaser. Next month, we will be showcasing the work of our very own awesome Andy Howland. So get ready for that. I know that that's going to be incredibly popular. We just adore seeing Andy's work. Really, I thought about that last week, and the entire campus is Andy's canvas. He and his team create such a glorious showcasing of plants for us and landscaping, but we'll get to see some of his artwork in this room, and that's wonderful. So, before I chitter chatter anymore, I would like to turn things over to our wonderful guest this morning, Ken Keller. And Ken was recently celebrated at, I'm going to look it up so I don't goof it, at the Central Ohio Folk Music Festival. He rewrote some lyrics to a song that I think you know, but it's pretty unique, and he received an interesting award. So we're going to hear about that and hear the song. Let's go right over here to Ken. Good morning.
Good morning, JC. How are you?
I am great. How are you?
Just great, thank you.
So tell me about this song. Where did the melody come from?
Well, it goes back to 1959 in Australia. An Australian by the name of Jeff Mack wrote a song about a trucker who's been everywhere. And to prove it, he put 90 towns, the names of 90 towns and villages, Australian towns and villages, in the lyrics of his song.
Got it. Okay.
And it was a hit in Australia. And then someone picked it up in New Zealand and re-recorded it, but substituting 90 New Zealand towns and cities in the lyrics. I didn't know there were 90 towns and cities in New Zealand, but apparently there are. It moved next to England, to Great Britain, again, substituting different towns and cities. Then it went to Ireland, and it went to Germany. I think I read it went to Czechoslovakia before the Czech Republic. And finally it came here. The Canadian singer Hank Snow brought it to the United States, and he used both Canadian and U.S. towns and cities in it. That was 1962.
And that's probably the version I've heard.
It's possible.
Possible?
But the real hit for the song was 1966. Johnny Cash.
There you go.
Recorded I've Been Everywhere.
Okay.
And it also had 90 U.S. Canadian towns and villages in the lyrics.
So I understand that you rewrote the lyrics.
Well, I did, kind of by accident. A number of years ago, Mary and I were in Florida for a winter, and I became fascinated by the fact that on Florida TV, literally every other commercial is for a prescription drug. Not only network commercials, but local commercials. Yeah. Just nothing but prescription drugs. So just for the fun of it, we began keeping a list. And every time we heard a prescription drug on television mentioned, we added it to the list.
Yeah.
And after about a week or so, 10 days maybe, we had a very long list. And when I looked at it, all I could think of was Johnny Cash's I've Been Everywhere. So I rewrote the lyrics and call it I Take Everything.
Oh my goodness, I take everything.
I take everything.
I love it. That's hysterical. Well, will you play your song for us this morning?
I would be happy to.
Wonderful.
I would be happy to. Keeping in mind, I am in the presence of a real singer, and in Mikey, a real guitar player, and I am neither. So
we're excited to hear it.
That's the caveat going into this. Anyway, this is called I Take Everything. I was sitting at home watching TV and feeling pretty good about myself when a feller comes along and says I may not be in the very best of health. He says he's got the cure if my eyes blur or ankles swell, and all I gotta do is go and buy the product that he sells. He said there might be side effects that kind of burn and sting, but he said not to worry, stick with him, he'll get me through my thing. I take everything, man, I take everything, man. Used to really swing, man, now I've lost my zing, man. I've won my last fling, man, I take everything. I'm taking Advil, Lipitor, Linzess, Trulicity, Crestor, Flomax, Zoloft, Gality, Questran, Abreva, Farxiga, Rexulti, Prevagen, Eliquis, Humira, Trelegy, Stasis, Ozempic, Percocet, Prilosec, Flonase, Sudafed, Prozac, Mahalac. I take everything, man, I take everything, man. Used to really swing, man, now I've lost my zing, man. I've won my last fling, man, I take everything. I'm taking Prevnar, Lyrica, Enbrel, Entyvio, Chandrix, Ibrance, Otezla, Verzenio, Zildjian, Simplusa, Viagra, Xarelto, Stelara, Repatha, Venesta, Plazio, Prevacet, Ozempic, Mucinex, Senecot, Plavix, Pepicin, Premarin. Well, maybe not. I take everything, man. I take everything, man. Used to really swing, man. Now I've lost my zing, man. I've won my last fling, man. I take everything. I take everything.
I wish to know how you managed to say all of those words in such quick succession without goofing them.
Well, this may be the first time I've done it properly.
It was wonderful. It was great.
There's usually one or two that get sort of mumbled, but
Thank you so much for sharing that with us this morning. Friends, we hope that you enjoyed that unique interlude. I have one more thing to share with you this morning because many of you probably haven't heard me tell any of my terrible jokes before, but I feel like it's required when they ask me to speak publicly. Maybe it will encourage them to stop doing so. If I end up telling terrible jokes. So my joke this morning has to do with sheep going on vacation. Where do sheep go on vacation? It's an important question. The Bahamas. Aren't you so glad you tuned in for that moment? Friends, I hope you have a glorious day. It was so lovely to connect with you this morning. We'll see you next time on The Morning Show. So long.